Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome to another Inhumanoids Live. I'm your host, Barton Nunnelly. As always, my co-host, my beautiful wife, Latisha. And we have a special guest in here tonight. This is our granddaughter, Papa's girl, Elena Grace. We call her Sissy. Say hello, sis.
Hello.
So, yeah, so we had the grandkids for about a week now, and we got the swimming pool up, and everything's ready. And we've been swimming and having fun, right, sis? Been having fun, Mama and Papa's. You love your Mama and Papa. You.
Tell everybody
We love you
what happened
too.
last night.
Dad had a new nosebleed.
No, what happened
What?
right here on you? What happened?
Oh yeah,
I lost my tooth.
she lost a tooth.
She
She lost a
lost a
tooth.
tooth.
The tooth fairy come and visit her last night.
Jackson's supposed to be in here, but he's being shy, so
Yeah, our grandson Jackson. He's been a little bit shy tonight, but that's okay. Sissy wanted to come and tell everybody hello. And she's Papa's pride and joy, if you didn't know that already. We had a pretty good week. Last weekend we had some interesting stuff happen. We went to up to Illinois with Krista Tweedy to Ashmore Estates, I think it was, honey, Ashmore, Illinois, and met some wonderful people. Some really nice people, really friendly. Some really friendly, and some not quite so friendly, but we only talk about the friendly ones. And two of the most friendly ones that we met were Courtney McGee and her mother Crystal. They were so nice, and I was able to get an interview with them about their dogman encounter up in Alberta, Canada. So if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you go check that out sometime. It's a really, really good interview from real people. And really interesting stuff. Lots of stuff happening these days everywhere. I'm getting emails and messages and phone calls from all over the country. It seems like the floodgates have been opened on these inhumanoid things, and they're starting to show themselves. And Courtney and Crystal showed us a video. They had a video of something manifesting out of a mist, and it looked like it was coming up out of the ground. And it was actually, we're going to show the video to you. It's actually, if you look very closely, there's several of these things coming up out of the ground. So, but first, before we get started on all that, we're going to do the prayer request, honey. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to Cam from Dixie Cryptids. He gave us a shout out, and we really appreciate you, Cam. It was nice meeting you at the LBL meet and greet, Brother Mark Green's. And really nice person. Appreciate everything you said about us and our channel. And you guys be sure to check him out. So you ready for the prayer request, honey?
guys, first of all, I'm kind of doing this on my own tonight as far as starring stuff, so please forgive me if I miss something. I'll try my best to get to it. We have a prayer request tonight. Prayer request for Henry White Jr. Spilling Tea with Spunky Sparky is going back to Illinois. I believe I've got Illinois right, to do the celebration of life for her mom. So that's coming up, I think, at the end of the week, along with one of her sons is graduating. So busy week, good week one way, not so great the other, but they're going to do that. So everybody say prayers for Spilling Tea with Spunky Sparky. And if I got that a little bit off, I'm so sorry. Mickey G, Brother Heck, Tim Menard, and Sister Shelley. And somebody's shooting off fireworks outside.
Great.
Scott Pace, Bob Johnson, Sam Burton, Rhonda Howard's friend, Cindy Pittman, Patty Garrison, Lisa Johnson, Christy Leslie, Judy Wheeler, David Hughes, Mom and Dad, Tyrone Tricky, Brandy Butcher and her mom Sharon, Polly, Vic and Vera Gulati, Sherry Griffey, Trey Hood, Krista Tweedy and her family, and Bennett, her grandson, Jason Moore's stepdad, John Richards, Cowboy 4572's wife, Cindy, Kevin and Dee Murphy, Scott's life's daughter, Megan, Suji's brother, Mindy and friend Eddie, Daryl Denton, he's getting better, but still having a little pain with his shoulder. Martin Groves, and that is the end of the prayer list that I got for this week. I also want to say happy birthday to Lyrical Jazzy, Stephen Hall, Gina Cook, Matt Imp, Sherry Griffey, and Kevin Jones. Say happy birthday to everybody.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Now,
Yeah.
Sissy wants to tell everybody what we was going to talk about tonight.
Okay, what are we going to talk about tonight, huh?
What was it? What was you going to talk about? Yeah, you got to say it loud so they can hear you. Look at the camera.
Today we're going to be learning about werewolves.
And say
And
that.
Bigfoot.
And
Bigfoot?
Bigfoot.
Yeah, now, those monsters are real. You know that, right? And you know who protects us against those real monsters, right?
Who protects us?
Jesus, that's right.
Jesus,
Honey.
you're right, baby girl.
She's 6 years old and already smart as a tack.
I also need to add Truth Walker to the prayer list. I'm sorry, I forgot that. Yes, she. Well, I don't know if she really wants me to say, but I'm gonna go ahead. She lost her job. Their company was kind of going under, so she had lost her job, and I wasn't sure she wanted me to talk about it or not. But let's put Truth Walker on our prayer list and hope that she gets something. She's a super nice lady, so I know somebody would be always willing to hire her.
All right. Hello to everybody in the chat. I see a lot of my wolf brothers and sisters in there. We have Courtney McGee in there tonight. Hello, Paranormal Paul, Smurfy, Sister Anna, Risto, Gary Spikes. How you doing, man? How you doing, Bubba? How you doing there in Tennessee? Hope y'all are riding the storms out. So a lot of storms going across the country right now. And we have a situation going on in Texas right now. And prayers for everybody that you make it through safely and everything's okay. Werewolf, how you doing? Catherine Gay, Amy Creel, Henry. So good to see you guys tonight. Glad you guys can make it. Rhonda Howard. Truthy Ruthie, hello, hon. How are you tonight?
Somebody asked who this beautiful little thing was right here. This is our granddaughter, Elena Nunnelly. Say hi, everybody, again.
Hi, everybody.
That's Papa's girl right there.
Uh-oh.
Yes, she
Hey,
is.
you want to tell everybody the truth?
I'm not on the bowl, actually.
What?
You lied to you.
You've always been your Papa's
You
girl.
lied.
No, I'm not going to let you change your mind.
You lied.
I'm sorry.
I'm not on the bowl.
That's right.
Let's see what I have to put up with here.
You made me.
It's
You
just,
let go of me, so I said no.
I'll never let go of you, baby.
You did.
Hello, Kenneth. How you doing, buddy? So good to see all you wonderful people in the chats from Malcolm. Love all you guys. Thank you for coming out and supporting us. And the amount of support that we've been getting is just absolutely amazing. It's just no words. We're getting stuff in the mail and letters, and we got some good videos coming up. I'm gonna try to drop a couple videos this weekend, and I'll get caught up with that, and more to come for sure. So honey, we was down to, or rather to Illinois, the Ashmore Estates. We met Courtney and Crystal, and they showed us a video taken with their home security camera at their home in Missouri. So we're going to show you guys that right now and see what you think of this.
All right, I gotta
So when
find it.
we watch the video, I want you to pay a special attention to the right side of the building where the light is. And we'll see something here in a minute that's pretty crazy looking. So right beside that light, get it back up there, hon.
It's up there. It's only 15 seconds long. Did you send me the right one? There it went.
There it went, yeah. Yeah, did you see that, guys? There's a mist there, and something white comes up out of that mist. Looks like it's coming up out of the ground. Play it again for them, hon.
Yeah.
But there's actually 2 or 3 entities that come up in that same spot. And that was the short version, I guess. I sent you, honey.
It's okay. I'll just keep replaying it.
Yeah, let everybody see that.
Make sure you told them where to look.
Right, yeah, right, the right hand side. Hope you guys could see that. Really strange. some white entity comes up out of that mist, but there's also 2 or 3 others that follow. So don't know what that is or was, and neither does Courtney or Crystal. And thank you guys for sharing that with us. We really appreciate it. We've got people are sharing videos with us, and hopefully someone comes on tonight. If they don't have the storms aren't too bad, they have power. They have a few videos that they want you guys to see, and we love this open mic format. It's so relaxing and casual. And if you guys have any questions or comments or complaints, we'll take complaints too. Just write them on in, and open the phone up. Anyone who wants to call can go ahead and call. And we'll, lots of orbs, Ania. Hello there. How are you doing?
Or I can invite them back
Smurfy.
via the chat.
Right.
I want to do that.
So orbs are coming up everywhere. We're batting 1,000 down in LBL here lately. Here we go. Well, here we go. Hello there, Gina. How you doing, sister?
Doing good. How are you?
We're doing good. I'll put the phone up there for everybody to hear.
Hey, Gina.
Hi, guys.
Good.
We're good.
Say hi, Gina.
Ain't she sweet?
She is. And she's really
I think she
Papa's
stole
girl.
the show too.
She might steal the show tonight.
I believe
Okay,
so.
you can be Mama's girl for a few minutes. Then you have to be my girl again. Gina, what's going on with you? What's going on with you tonight, hon?
Oh, I'm calling to share a story with y'all.
Okay.
Okay, good. Love to hear it.
Now, I had to write it down because I had to go back 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it happened back in 1973 when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
My dad was in the military. He served in the Navy for 24 years. And we were waiting to get into military housing in Chesapeake, Virginia. In the meantime, he found a place to rent. It happened to be an old 2-story plantation house. A very beautiful place. And you walked in, they had the back-to-back fireplaces, the double staircase, the whole 9 yards. After about a week, and we met some kids in the neighborhood, they would ask where we were living. And as we would tell them, oh, you lived in the haunted house. Everybody referred to the house as the haunted house.
Okay.
Well,
No, I do.
we started getting very strange things started happening as we were staying there because we was only there about a year. The first thing was, I think our first Halloween there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon was the one and only crew that showed up at 4 o'clock. No one after that. Kids in the neighborhood, they would leave before it got dark. They wouldn't stay and play. They would never go in and play. Let's see.
Can you guys hear?
No, they're saying
Hear,
they
okay.
can't hear.
Okay, go ahead and try speaking now, Gina.
Okay. How far did I get? Let's see.
You guys let us know if you can hear okay. In the chat, just drop a quick message there. Yeah, go ahead, Gina. You just had begun.
All right. Well, while we were there, we had to visit. My mom's brother, who is a minister, a Baptist minister, him and his family had planned to stay for 2 weeks.
Okay.
After a week, they left. One of the strangest things that happened was when we left for the day to go on, I think we went to go for a picnic, stuff like that. And when we had come back after the house had been locked up, the dog was in the backyard. We come in the house, the dog's locked up on the back porch. The chicken that they had thrown in the sink is missing. Search the house. It was ripped open. The package was ripped open. Chicken was stuffed in cushions, hair cushions. But the house was completely locked up. which freaked my uncle out because being a preacher, you know, he did not want to have the situation.
Yeah.
It kind of bothered him. So there are 2 week vacations to a 1 week vacation. My parents in the upper bedroom where my oldest brother slept. In the back closet was a crawl space that led to the attic space. Inside the closet was an old trunk. In that trunk was photographs. One photograph showed an elderly woman laying in a hospital bed in that bedroom where my brother slept. Another picture showed the same woman in a casket for a wake in that bedroom where my brother slept. As my parents mentioned how we used to talk about the old woman that would tuck us in at night. That's how we remember that old woman would tuck us in at night.
Yeah.
We would get in trouble because they thought we was up in the middle of the night walking up and down the stairs, and it wasn't us. We had other relatives. My mom's older sister was there and witnessed as a milk carton levitated off the countertop and was moved to the end of the counter.
Wow.
You would hear the sound of horses' hooves in the driveway. It was a circular driveway. There was a cornfield that led out the area to the wood line, and you would witness you would hear what would sound like, you know, the old jalopy cars, you know, the old crank cars.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day. It sounded like them coming down the cornfield with no headlights on. And a lot of people had witnessed this, but you would never see anything. It just sounded like an old jalopy car coming down the cornfield. And about the strangest thing that happened, and if I ever find the picture, if my parents still have it, of the nativity scene that had levitated off of the mantle top, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But the thing was, when my grandparents was there, it was in the wintertime. My grandpa had just split wood and was getting ready to set up a fire in the dining room. The living room fireplace had already been lit. We couldn't find the matches. We was all searching for the matches. About 10 minutes later, go back in there, and there was a fire blazing in that fireplace, like it had been lit for a while.
Wow. We're all looking for the matches, and it's already lit.
Yeah, it looked like it had been a good lit fire for a while, you know. But yeah, it was. I would like to know that it was a beautiful house, and it was in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Sorry, but a lot of people are having trouble hearing you.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It says that it may be the storms. I don't know. I can hear you pretty good.
Yeah,
it probably is.
I hear you just fine, but we want everyone else to hear as well. So,
Right.
So now we met Gina. Gina was viewer that started writing us letters, and we met her and her friend down in LBL. Do you need down, honey? No? Yeah, we had a really good time, and so we're not people who are too highfalutin to meet our fans and our viewers and our supporters. So yeah, Gina can attest to that. So it sounds like you lived in a haunted house there, Gina.
Pretty spooky. It was.
Yeah. I hate the haunted houses. I lived in a couple myself, and it wasn't a fun time. I can tell you that. So hello, Larry and Kelly and Brother William and Alan and Wee One's Warrior, Sugar Britches. Opie Gone Bad, Cynthia. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Okay, go ahead, Gina. Hello, sister.
Okay. I figured about 15 years ago, when I was with some friends who was coming down an old back road, 272, out here in Tree County, and the guy Richard, he stopped right dead in the middle of the road and pointed to the sky. We look up because there was three of us. It was his wife. I was in the middle, and then Richard was driving. And I looked up, and there was this bright circle in the sky. And it suddenly went black. It just blacked out. Within seconds, it was way off, like to the left of us. Lit up again, blacked out, and moved back to the center again. And it moved from the right to the left to the center. And each time it would black out and just within seconds be in another spot. I witnessed that. What I would say was probably my first unknown object in the sky.
Yeah.
But as far as haunted things, I have had a few incidents because I've lived in a couple of haunted houses. But that's what really piqued me with the unknown.
Yeah,
Right.
it's what you got in. What got you into the unknown, unexplained mysteries, right?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh, yeah.
Lars. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And so it's a interest that you still have to this day, obviously.
Obviously, yes, very much, you know.
Well, she was with us the other night, and we didn't. None of us thought to take out our phones and film that orb that was now. But she was with us, and she can testify to the fact that that looked like a
portal.
campfire, did it not?
Right.
Well, it looked like a bonfire to me.
Bonfire, right?
Yes, that's what we thought it was at first. Now I know my good friend, Brother William, he thinks it's a campfire, just through night vision. But I ask you this, Brother William, if you look at that video, have you ever seen a campfire with no smoke? Because I haven't, and there's no smoke coming up off that thing. Matter of fact, every time we go camping, we have to move around the campfire trying to avoid the smoke, but no smoke coming up off that
heat signature.
It had no
There was
heat
no heat
signature, right?
signature.
No,
Yes.
no heat signature, exactly.
Right, and
that was through the
Toothwalker-
thermal.
yeah.
Thermal.
Toothwalker had the thermal.
Right.
She was looking through that. No heat signature at all on the campfire.
She says
quote,
none
unquote.
at all, right there.
Not in either one of the cameras. Neither one of the cameras showed a heat signature.
Right.
So I know everybody has their own opinions, but if you think that was a campfire, you need to rewatch the video and look closely. It looked like a campfire to the naked eye, but through the night vision, it was something completely different. And through the thermal, it was nothing. There was nothing there. So
Right.
I can't explain that. The only way I can explain it is some kind of portal. It had a force field around it that was as high as the trees, which that was weird. No smell of smoke. Just, I don't know. I just don't know what else to call it. It was not a campfire, but it was almost like the LBL was playing a trick on our perceptions, right? It's like, hey, I'm just a campfire. Keep driving.
Right.
Don't stop. There's nothing to see here. When in fact, there was something extraordinary going on right there. Unexpected.
And my favorite one, he's calling me back. It's like I got a pull to keep wanting to go back.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that.
Mhm.
War Criminal 7, he says that a lot. He feels like he's got a pull, something pulling him back. Krista has a pull pulling her back. I'm pretty sure Jonestead's farm has a pull.
Yeah. We're all like that.
We all have the same pull. So
Right. And then in the cemetery, that was the first time I've ever been affected like that.
right, you was scared to death. I remember you just.
Oh, it's froze.
you was-
It was like my chest and
right.
back was being compressed at the same time.
I remember you saying that you couldn't move, you couldn't hardly breathe, and you felt like you was just being squeezed. So
Yeah.
that was a crazy night.
It was.
Oh, yeah, it was.
And Truthwalker also had a negative reaction up there in that little cemetery.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If it was a different cemetery that her reaction
Was
was
it?
at. Yeah. Hers was at the church and Crystal's was at that new one that we went to.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
Yeah.
we had split up at that point. I was with Martin Groves and Jason. And Sheila.
Yeah.
And Latisha and you and Truthwalker was with you were with War Criminal 7. So,
War criminal. Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't believe it was a campfire exactly, but I couldn't see the proof of a portal.
Right. There's no proof of anything, Brother William. We can't prove anything. All we can do is present the evidence as we get it and try to interpret it as best we can. It was definitely not.
I know. Next time I guess we're going to have to try to make ourselves remember to get extra evidence. You know?
Right.
Right.
Well, we're just now getting started with all this YouTube stuff, but we're getting better.
Yeah.
Our videography is a little shaky sometimes. We apologize for that, but we'll get better as we
Well,
go.
when you're in that moment, when it happens, you don't think about that stuff, you know?
Right.
You're exactly right. And when we got the screams, if it wasn't for Brother Daryl Denton, it would just been another story with no evidence at all. But luckily, he had the presence of mind to take out his phone and record what was going on. I never once thought of it. Hello, Shade Viking. How you doing, brother? Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you so much.
Very generous of you. Thank you so much.
Cynthia said she needs to tell everybody something. I don't know
Okay.
what this might be, y'all.
Well, you need to tell everybody, baby. Okay, tell them. Tell what
You gotta tell
say. You
them
gotta tell
on
them.
camera.
It's okay, honey. It's all right.
You want to tell them?
Yes, everybody, please hit the
Okay.
like button if you don't mind, and make sure that if you're subbed, that you're still a subscriber. We're still, we're gaining ground, but we lose ground. We gain and we lose. We gain and we lose, and it's not us. We don't unsubscribe anybody. So it's the platform doing that. So if you're a subscriber, please make sure that you're still subbed to us. And check back often if you can. Like I said, we got a lot of cool stuff coming up. It takes me a little bit to get these videos done and out because it's just me, and I'm kind of old and slow these days, but we're getting there. We got some video drops coming this weekend, so I hope you guys enjoy those. But so, Gina, what do you think? What do you think's at the root of all the activity in the land between the lakes? Have you given that any thought?
Well, it's such a dark history there, so much bloodshed's been there
Yes.
between the natives and the people that settled there. I think, all that negativity has been absorbed into the ground.
Mm-hmm. Right. I agree with you 100%. It's like all the blood and violence is just seeped into the ground, and it's never going to leave, and it's been there for long before the white men came, and it'll always be there, and it's a very, very special place.
And you got the lakes on both sides of it, so it's got constant energy flow going through there. It's such a beautiful place in the daytime, but once the sun goes down, it's like the atmosphere changes.
You're right. It's like paradise in the day and a nightmare at night. Fisher's Spam, we need to get you a drone. We're working on that right now, thanks to the generosity of our viewers and our supporters. We are working on that right now. So if we'd have had a drone that night, we could have flown it over there and got a close-up view of that portal or whatever it was. So campfires don't pulse; they reflect. They have reflections off the trees, right? But this was pulsing.
It's like I had a field around it.
Right, like some kind of force field or something like that. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I've been in the woods my whole life, around a million campfires. Never seen anything like that before, and that's why we filmed it and presented it to you guys as evidence of something. My interpretation is a portal, but as Brother William points out, we have no proof of anything. But we're not here to prove anything. I don't think it's even possible to prove anything when it comes to these unexplained mysteries.
All right.
Hello, Bryce.
I know what I saw. I know y'all seen what we all saw. We all saw it together, but that's what we saw.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And South Force 10, how you doing, brother? You was just unsubscribed. Well, I'm not surprised. A lot of people are saying that. So resubscribe if you're unsubscribed. And it's a little game that this platform plays with the content creators. But I always say we don't create any content here.
Okay, Cynthia wants to say something, and then she's gonna eat.
Okay. All right, honey.
You want
What
to
do you want to say?
Everybody's okay. If
That's
you
all right.
forgot, just tell everybody good night.
Say goodbye and see you later. And you can go eat and play your games or whatever. Okay?
Everybody bye. Bye.
You know, you get out there. You need to get out this way. I know you're.
I go to my mom.
Come on, baby. There's a cord there. Now you have to.
Come on. I'll
There
get
you
you a
go.
Minnie Mouse.
Your memo.
All right.
There you go.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, if you have any questions, you guys please be sure to put them in caps, and we'll get to them. Yeah, you're right, Martin. Zero smell, no smoke, pulsate with energy. And Martin said he saw objects coming out of it. So I didn't see any objects coming out, but Martin has a sight that and abilities that very few people have. I don't think I have these abilities, and I think Brother William Bays is another one. Some people they're more in tune with these things. I see what's in front of my face, and that's basically it. And like I said, I've been going to LBL for 2 decades now, and suddenly, really nothing's really happened of note, but suddenly, in the last couple of months, it's like the floodgates have been opened, and all the secrets of the LBL are spilling right out in front of us, and I can hardly believe my eyes sometimes and my ears. So what basically we have there is one gigantic cemetery. To me, that's what the Land Between the Lakes is. It's like, yeah, it's like 125 cemeteries there above the water, from north end to the south end. And,
Don't tell me how many underneath the water.
No telling how many are under there, Gina.
That's right.
So, yes, you guys, if you ever get a chance to go to the Land Between the Lakes, I would say do it, because there's a lot there to experience. Just be careful, be cautious, watch your children and your pets. Don't believe anyone that says these Inhumanoids can't hurt you or won't hurt you. You don't know. They don't know what they're talking about. It's all a guess, right? Everything's guesswork right now since we know nothing. Yeah, so just be careful if you guys want to go there. A lot can happen, and not just with the Inhumanoids. We have a lot of different things there that's very dangerous to human beings. It can even kill you. Those timber rattlers are not to be trifled with at all. And some people say in the comments, why didn't you guys go over and approach that portal?
There was no road.
Yeah, right. So they can't see by the video. Of course, it was at nighttime, but there's half a mile of down trees there with underbrush growing up between them right now, and that's where the timber rattlers like to live. Right?
Oh yeah.
They sun on top of those trees and absorb the shade when they're too hot to get underneath the trees. And I'm not going to go over there in the nighttime for any reason. Simply because I don't want to get bit by a timber rattler.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Right.
if we had a drone, we could have flew it on over there. And like I said, we're working on that, and you guys are going to be surprised. And thank you all for your support. Your support is not going to any other thing than making this channel a better channel and bringing you guys better content. That's what we're using all the money for. So, I have a job. I make money to support my family, and
I have a job.
Latisha has a job. All the money that you guys donate to us will be used to better this channel and better the content that we're able to bring to you. So thank you so much for everyone that's doing that, and for all the members. Just can't thank you enough. It's really humbling to be in this for 40 years and then suddenly find myself being paid attention to a little bit, So thank you, Sugar Britches.
Guys,
You are amazing. Thank you so much, John.
I just dropped a link if anybody wants to come in to StreamYard and tell us a story or anything. Gina, I'm not trying to talk over you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just letting everybody else know what I'm doing, dropping the link. So,
Okay.
Thank
Well, I
you,
was
Brother
fixing to
Tim.
tell y'all I was going to let y'all go.
well,
I
thank you,
probably
Gina.
got to die.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for coming in and
Yeah.
letting us know. I'm sorry people couldn't hear you any better. You got a really good stories.
Yeah, thanks,
So-
Gina.
Yeah, I got some more, but that's for another time.
Okay. Thank you,
Well,
Gina.
thank you so much. You have a good
Okay,
evening.
talk to
Stay
y'all
safe.
later. Love
I
y'all.
love
Love
you
you.
too, sister. Liberty 1776. The amount of knowledge that has been acquired this year is phenomenal. You are so right, brother. And we need to talk. We need to talk on the phone again soon. This is for the Anti-Shasta Travel Fund. Yeah, right. No Shasta with us. We do not travel with anything but Coca-Cola. So, but thank you, brother. We appreciate your support. Appreciate you guys watching. If not for you guys, we would definitely not be here. This was not our plan. We had no aspirations to be on YouTube. It's just something that was planned by someone else. So a higher power, I like to think. So we're just using this as an opportunity to make the most of it. So yeah. Hello, Overbuild Automotive. Good to see you, man. Hello, War Criminal 7. Good to see you, brother.
Hi,
Kelly,
everybody.
Curtis, Patricia. You guys are amazing. Sheldon,
Look what
Fisher.
Martin said. Liberty 1776. Amen. Liberty, give us Coke or give us death. Only
Right.
Coke.
Only Coca-Cola. No Shasta. Now, I wouldn't mind going to Mount Shasta. A lot of crazy stuff that supposedly happens there I've read about. But we do not drink that nasty stuff. Ken Gerhardt loves it, though. He thinks it tastes just like Coke. Hello, David Blaylock. How you doing, man? Drinking my Diet Coke right now, yes.
Bryce Edwards says he's going to send you a Shasta t-shirt.
Well, I could use some, something to burn in the chimney, in the fireplace. So, yeah, you go right ahead, brother. Start a fire with that, for sure.
Yes, everybody reach out and get Martin Grove's books.
Yes.
It's got a new one. It says coming out in June.
Right,
Devil's
that's going to
Backbone.
be The Devil's Backbone,
Mhm.
yes. So he's got a lot more information about the LBO. He's been down there for 40 years. And it's amazing to ride around with Brother Martin and Brother Darrell down at the LBO. Bubba has a story about it. Every road down there, back when he was a sheriff, he would say stuff like, such and such lived back there and had to go arrest him one time. And there's stories about just about every location there. It's amazing to ride around with Brother Martin. And we got something coming up in the next couple of weeks I'll be announcing soon. I hope you guys will get excited at this because I sure am. So stay tuned for them. I'll be announcing that very soon.
Kelly Lewis, I had a white wolf encounter at Mount Shasta.
Really?
It'll be interesting to hear.
Right. I would love to go visit.
Hi,
Mount
Billy.
Shasta. Yeah, hi, Benny. Will Martin
Sorry,
have the
guys,
book
I'm
at the conference? I don't know. I'm sure Bubba will answer that question for you, Catherine. I assume that he will, but it's all about the publishing schedule. So it will not hit until mid-month of June. So no, he won't have that. But he's such a good guy. All you got to do is ask him for a book, and I've seen him hand out literally hundreds of copies of his books. So great guy.
Give them away.
Just give them away. And you can tell the people who are in this for the money, right? And the clicks and the subs. You can tell the difference between them and the people who are in this, just simply to tell you the truth. That's all. To disseminate the truth and tell everybody what's going on. That's what we're trying to do. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether we're believed or not. We're believed by the people who are supposed to believe us, and we're not believed by the people who aren't. So that's just how it is, how it's always been. I don't expect anything to change.
Here. How far do you estimate that light emission was in the LBL?
So the light was a half a mile away from us, Brother William. Now, as I said, it appeared to the naked eye as a bonfire. But it was strange, and it was almost like...
Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah, thank you, Jenny. It was almost like the LBL was trying to play a trick on us or something like that, because even after we're looking at this thing through the night vision and the thermal, it's like we couldn't grasp really what was going on. If I could have, I would have stayed there and filmed it for hours, right? But it was like I'm just a campfire. I'm just a normal campfire. Going about your business. We had plans. We're going to a specific area, and after a few minutes, that's exactly what we did. But totally out of character for me and Martin, especially, to see something like that, and War Criminal 7 too. Totally out of character to see something like that and walk away from it. It still blows my mind. How it works. Looking forward to the Spotsville Monster book. That's coming along, Bryce. It'll be arriving soon. I promise, man. Everybody's been waiting for that book for a couple of years now, and it's the book that I was always meant to write, I think. So, still working on it. It's gonna be something special. I don't want it to be just another 40 work. I want it to be the best book of its kind ever written, and that's what I'm shooting for. A lot of people say that the Inhumanoids is the best book of its kind ever written, and which that's I'm very grateful to you guys for saying that about some of my work. A lot of people have read that book several times, and it's like the best compliment any author can get is just to have someone come up to you and say, "Hey, I read your book twice," right? So to have people come up to me and say, "Hey, I read your book 3 or 4 times already, and I'm reading it again," it's mind-boggling. But I want the Spotsville Monster book to be even more amazing than the Inhumanoids, and I think that I'm reaching that level. A lot of people have said that they can't tell the difference between my writing and John Keel, the late John Keel, who was an iconic legend, and that's just what a compliment that is, right? But John Keel and I had different conclusions than I do. Loved his works. Wish he was around. Wish I was doing this back when he was alive. I could have met that man, but unfortunately he's gone. And so I'll happily take on his mantle. If you guys say that's what I'm doing, then that's fine by me, because he was really something. He was a special author.
Jenny asked if she said she could see a bubble or a dome around that light. She didn't know if it was an artifact from the camera. Don't think it was an artifact, but don't know.
No,
It was definitely a blue dome around it, whatever it was. But to the naked eye, all you seen was the bonfire.
right.
It was crazy.
No smoke. Pork Chop Express, thank you so much. Bart, do you think the Spotsville Monster was a Squatch, Dogman, or something else? That's a good question, because what we were seeing, Pork Chop, was the typical Bigfoot, right? The gorilla or ape human hybrid, right? The classic description of Bigfoot. But what the other person was seeing, and the guy he'll always be a hero to me, because the state police stopped responding to our phone calls. My dad would call him. He was legally blind, so after 4 or 5 times, the state police stopped responding. And luckily, my dad had made friends with this man. He lived about a mile down the road. And he would call him and come up. He would come up and make sure we got into the car, got all the kids loaded up, and escort us off the property. So what he saw was not a typical Bigfoot like we were seeing. It was more like a dog man without the ears. Long hair on the head, short muzzle, fangs, claws, the whole 9 yards, right? Definitely not the typical Bigfoot. So what we have here concerning the Spotsville Monster episode was 2 different Inhumanoids working together at the same location at the same time. So, I've looked and looked and looked for years, decades, to find someone who had something similar happen to them. And it wasn't until I heard Martin Grove's story that I finally found someone with 2 different types of Inhumanoids working together. And the rest is history. I reached out to Martin and invited him to speak at Josh Turner's first conference. And I didn't tell anyone. I just offered half my speaking time to Martin, and he accepted it, thankfully, and the rest is history. So
Thank you, Cherokee.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry
Cherokee.
if I missed that already.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
way behind on comments. Oh, geez. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Appreciate that so much, you guys.
So Brother Martin and Brother Daryl and I will be speaking in Alabama next month. So you guys, this is probably going to be my last time doing a conference deal, because I'm not all about the conferences. I'm not about the public speaking. I'm about getting out there and finding something, some evidence, and putting the truth out. So the truth is not the narrative that you've been force-fed for the last 50 years, that these things are all apes, monkeys running around. That's the most ridiculous explanation that one could come up with, right? The least likely conclusion to the Bigfoot phenomenon is that they're monkeys. So, yeah, out there, not all about the conferences and all this stuff. It's just not me, you know. I'm a field type guy. I like to be out in the field, not in front of the camera. You don't see network TV crews follow me everywhere I go. Now, you could if I wanted it that way, because I'm constantly being offered to be on shows and to do this and do that for the networks. And so if anybody out there right now is listening, if you're working for a network, please don't waste your time and contact me and ask me to be on your show or do a show or do anything. I'm not interested in any of that. What I want to do is bring people the truth, the real reality, and not the TV reality, because they're not the same. So Lead Tracker E, hello Ella, how you doing, hon?
Hey, Elizabeth. How are you? Okay.
Turtle Man, ever met him, Barton? No, I haven't, but you know what?
Don't give it up yet.
I will say something. That's all I'm going to say is I'm waiting on a call from Ernie as we speak. So.
Jonestead Farm says, had a lady tell me she saw a dog man in Paris, Kentucky, city limits years ago. Spoke to her 2 days ago. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That'd be good to hear that story.
Yeah, it sure would, Anna. Be sure and write that down. Courtney says, y'all were the first we shared our story with outside of those who were with us when it happened. Well, thank you, Courtney. And I'm honored. I really am, that you and your mother felt comfortable enough around me at our very first meeting to tell me that story.
Right.
And if you guys want to see that story, it's a video I dropped last week. So very simple video. It's just the nuts and bolts, right? No fancy intros or nothing. Just that interview. So plan on doing more of those. So it's the people that we need to hear from, right? It's not so much the personalities or the egos or the celebrities. I don't recognize any celebrity in this field myself, but we need to hear from the people who have experienced this themselves personally. That's who we're interested in talking to. So that's our goal, is to get the truth out there. Hello, Squatchin Holler, Roger. Gotta talk to you soon, man. I've been so busy. I'm gonna be calling you soon. I'm gonna be doing your show, and I'm gonna come on to Brother Mark's show, and return the favors that you guys did me. I haven't forgotten you, Roger. I promise. We'll be calling you soon.
Going a little slow tonight. Anybody have any questions you want to throw out there? Trying to catch up. But if you have questions, please put them in capital letters so I can see them.
Yes, please.
Hey, Mark. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, Mark. Now,
Hey, Lucy.
we have a lot of plans coming up. We have a lot of big plans. So hope you guys stick around and take this journey with us. We're on an incredible journey right now, especially down in the LBL. But I want to tell you this. Yes, Jenny, I'll call you too. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind with everything. So what I want to tell you is that the land between the lakes is not the only place in Kentucky that's like that. Believe it or not, this entire state is so full of these unexplained mysteries. That I was talking to a friend the other night, and I said you could get a big map of Kentucky, tape it to your wall, and take a dart, close your eyes, and throw that dart, and wherever that dart lands, we could go there and find evidence of the unexplained, some type of unexplained. It was Brother Martin I was talking to. So that we could go there and find evidence of unexplained phenomena. So the whole state's like that. This is the dark and bloody ground. You guys can read about some of the stuff in my books. That's something you might be interested in. They're at Amazon.com in both the printed and audiobook format. So, you know, if you need something to listen to while you're taking a long trip, go check that out. Salt Fork in Ohio is like LBL. Right, Truthy Ruthie.
I'd like to go there.
Yes, we'd love to go there. One day we will, but it's the entire Ohio Valley that seems to be the nesting ground, if you will, for these inhumanoid entities. It's really concentrated there. You know, you think you have to go to the Pacific Northwest or somewhere like that to see Bigfoot. No, not at all. If you live close to the Ohio Valley, just get in there, stay for a little while, and you'll be surprised at what will happen. So many skeptics, you know, like they love to sit behind their computer keyboard and just type away at how silly this all is, but they've never been here, right? So don't really care what they say. They don't know what they're talking about. First of all, they come and stay a little while here, spend a little time in the Ohio Valley, especially Kentucky. They would see that what I'm telling you is the truth, and what the narrative that you've been told for so long is not true at all. So burial mounds everywhere. The mound builders still an enigmatic subject, right? Still don't really know who the mound builders were. The Indians say the mounds were here when they got here, or most of them do. So I'm sure the Smithsonian knows what's going on, but they're not going to tell you or me. You know, we got literally thousands and thousands of these burial mounds. And yes, we want to come see the serpent mound, Ruthie. We sure do.
Yes.
That's one of my bucket lists, and it's not really that far away. We're going to do that sometime very soon. As soon as things calm down a little bit and we have a few days to spare. Yeah, you're right, Crystal. If they haven't seen it firsthand, they make fun of the people who have, but that's okay. You know, it's the way it's always been. And I've been living with it since 1975, so almost 50 years. That's how long I've had to think about these things and come to my conclusions. And of course, my conclusions are a bit different than someone who's just been looking into it for a couple of years. So,
Shawnee did not build the serpent mound.
Right. 86, member for 6 months. Thank you, 80. Thanks for finally bringing us the truth, Barton. Everyone here is grateful. Well, I'm grateful and honored that you guys are listening to me. I really am.
Oh, look, Truthy Ruthie says, I'll house you all. Live an hour from there. Thank you, Truthy Ruthie. That's awful nice of you.
Yes.
Awful nice of you. We'll be taking you up on that offer, I'm sure.
Yes.
So, okay, we'll go back to Truthy Ruthie said that
Hello, Holly.
they didn't, that the, who did she say didn't build the
Shawnee.
Shawnee?
Yes.
Who did build the serpent mound?
Well, that's a good question.
Nobody knows.
Hello, Shelley. How you doing, hon? Shelley was another wonderful person that we met at Ashmore Estates. So Ashmore Estates, haunted houses are not my thing. Never thought I'd be going through there, but I didn't really. Hello, Fisher Spam. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Shelley. Good to see you again.
Yeah, I didn't really feel any kind of negative energy. I walked through it during the day and didn't really feel much. At nighttime, the same thing. Of course, there were a lot of other people there. I'm sure if we were alone, it might have been different. But when you come to places like that after visiting places like the LBL and Spotsville, it's like comparing Land Between the Lakes to Green Acres. Like there's no comparison. The scare factor just wasn't really there for us. A few little things happened, but nothing that really scared me or anybody that I've seen.
The interesting part was when they did the Estes method.
Yeah,
Courtney,
we did get a few.
I was able to do that and get a couple answers. Some really good, solid answers from the questions.
Yeah, direct answers from to direct questions. So that was kind of cool. And we have 14 chairs here, baby. Let me just.
It's so good to meet you two guys.
Yeah, it was very nice meeting you.
There's a lot of nice people there that night.
There we go, honey.
All right, there you
No,
go.
I won't pinch you anymore. Yeah, a lot of nice people there. Of course, we were there, invited by Krista, Tweety from Blondes and Booze. If you guys haven't subbed to that channel, please go over and check them out. They're really good people.
Truthy Ruthie says DAR saved our serpent mound. Thank the women.
Well, yeah, that's a national treasure. It really is, and it's aligned with astronomical points that the ancient Native Americans wouldn't have any knowledge of that I know. Am I familiar with Brian Reeves from FOJC Radio? We found another serpent mound. Here's another one he's another one on the trail of the Nephilim. I can send you the link. Yes, do that, Jenny. Please do that, but I'm not familiar with him, no. I don't really follow a lot of people, right? I'm so busy doing my own thing and don't have a chance to follow many people.
Maybe here. There you are. She's back.
Said there are several serpent mounds. That's interesting. I would like to see those. I have a fascination with, as you know, anyone who's watched our videos, we have a fascination with Native Americans. There you go.
There we go.
Can you get in there, baby?
Yes.
Yes, we love the Native American artifacts and the histories, and there was such a interesting people. How they made their tools and hunted their game, and just always been fascinated by that. A ton of screenshots of all words that came through. Yeah, Shelly, I'm still waiting to hear from you, hon. You go ahead and write that. Go ahead and write that email, and I know that you're telling the truth, and I will read it on my next video. Cynthia, Barton and Latisha, do you think the Ashmore? I can't read that.
I'm sorry. What was it?
Cynthia, it's at the bottom of half my screen. It's
oh, okay. Well, I got one here.
Any hitchhikers? No hitchhikers. We rely on the Lord Jesus Christ to keep us safe from all that stuff, and we don't worry about any of that. We don't have to worry about it. So no hitchhikers. Yeah, Ellis says, Jerry says the Indians still do teach. They do, Jerry. And I would love to learn some of the ways of the Native Americans, especially the more spiritual aspects of it. I'm really interested in that. I'll learn all that I can from anyone that I can. That's right. Thank you so much, James Aledo. Just downloaded the Mysterious Kentucky Audible file. Can't wait to hear it. Thank you so much, my friend.
I want to get this question in real quick. Courtney asked, do we remember the questions? I remember one of the questions was asked was how many people were in the room with us.
Yep.
And your eyes were covered. You couldn't hear anything. And I think when you laid down, there might have been 3 or 4 of us in the room. And but
7.
You answered 7. And Krista turns around and starts counting, and there was 7 people in the room. I remember one of the questions was your favorite color, and the answer was yellow. And another question was your name, and you said, "Oh,
happy birthday, Shelley."
Can't remember the name that you said, but there was a Marissa or something like that, or that might have been Paranormal Paul.
Now, to everybody that don't know, I did live stream a walkthrough of that place, but YouTube really threw me for a loop on that. It said I had 2 live streams going. One was already done, and another one was in the burner. And so I thought, well, I don't know what this is. It's downloading. So I just deleted the one that was downloading, and it also deleted the live stream from Ashmore Estates. But they say there's a way to get that back, so we're working on that. If we can get that back up, we sure will. And thank you so much, Courtney, for you and your mom for everything that you did for us, all the help. And you guys were just great bunch of people.
You are so far ahead of me on these questions. Then they're going, wait a minute.
I'm trying to find, Sissy, you look beautiful. Good to see you, Jenny says. Say thank you. Thank you, Jenny.
Jenny's a friend
Jenny's
of ours.
a friend of ours, baby.
Thank you.
You gotta look at your
Trying to
camera
get back.
and say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, happy birthday, Shelley. I'm trying to get back to the one. Crystal, I know we forgot our eggs. What a travesty.
I was tore up. We was halfway home. I was like, oh, we forgot the eggs.
But they did not go to waste. I think a couple of the ladies there took them home with them. So one was, what was her name? Jolene. Jolene took some of them, and I think someone else took the others. Well,
Kristen told me that they were given good homes.
Yes, very good. Love those country eggs. Brother Mark Green and Sister Becca give us some a few weeks back, and
Okay.
I was raised up on that. Latisha don't eat them. She's finicky, like a city girl or something. I don't know what's going on with her with that, but love those country eggs. Can't wait to get some more.
Might do. Wow.
Right. Well, now down in Alabama, we're supposed to go visit with Brother Mark and Becca, and
Oh yeah.
they'll have some more eggs for us.
We're gonna try not to forget them.
All right.
Hey
I'm so
guys, was
sorry I
that
lost
light in
that
the forest
question.
visible with the naked eye you filmed at the LBL? Manu.
Yes, it was, but it did not look like what it looked like on that video. It looked like a bonfire. There was no smoke, no smell of burning wood or anything like that. It's almost like it was trying to get us just to keep driving. And we almost did. If not for War Criminals 7, we probably would have kept going. That's just a campfire. No big deal. But then we realized that it was a half a mile out in an area that had been just torn up by a tornado a couple years ago and leveled every tree in there almost. And no way anybody would have crossed a half a mile of down trees to camp in that stuff. Now you get into stuff like that, and you find a spot big enough to camp in. You start a big old fire. Guess what comes with that fire? Yeah, you guessed it, snakes. So that's not something you do. So
Phillips truth. Jenny said, "Oh my God, I had a dream. We, I think, left for the road." And Joe said, "Did we grab the eggs?" Nope. Well, then now that's kind of weird.
So Shelley, what we didn't hear about Ashmore and the eggs. Now we heard that they were taken by someone, but we Jolene got some, I think, and so yeah. What happened? Tell us what happened.
Oh. Well, that's sweet.
Yeah, Mickey G says she doesn't do snakes. Snakes are. I have nothing against snakes. Try not to kill them. I haven't killed a snake in years. Snakes are good for the environment. There's certain types of snakes eat a lot of the mice and stuff like that. So I don't kill snakes, even the harmful ones. I try to get away from it. Go on an expedition or something with a group of people, and we see a copperhead or something like that. I'll get it out of the way, and I won't kill it. They all have their place in this world, and we have to realize that we're in their domain. They're not in ours, right? we go walk in the creeks, how many snakes have we seen, baby?
A lot.
A lot.
No.
And how many have we killed?
You said 1,000. We haven't killed
We
any.
haven't killed any. So
We found a few dead already. It's that copperhead that had something coming out of its
yeah,
stomach.
that was
That was
weird.
crazy. And what do you want to
Yeah.
say, Sissy, baby? You can say anything you want to.
But when I was I like her too much.
Oh, thank you. honey.
Well, that was very sweet
very
of you. Mwah.
You're the best.
She said
Love
that
you,
her
sir.
mama and papa were the very best ever, and she loves us both very much. Oh, baby. It's the sweetest thing you ever said.
Yeah, she's
I
so
love
sweet.
you.
That's why she's my girl. I didn't say anything, honey. But yeah,
Dude,
and the ticks, right? More
and then
ticks are bad. Now check this out. Our last outing, I got 0 ticks and chiggers, brother. And I know you're pulling them off left and right. And Latisha got a couple chiggers, but I figured out how to apply that permethrin really good. It works great. So you just have to load yourself down where your pants touch your boots and where your shirt touches your pants. Wet it down, and like I said, I didn't have
We're
it.
getting up for
Oh
a
my
minute.
goodness gracious.
I just smashed your leg real bad. I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Permethrin works really good, and my scientist friend, the biologist down there at LBL, he says the deed is worthless, but the permethrin is the way to go. And so I'm taking his advice. You got 6 tick bites out. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you don't have any problems from them, brother. But he says the permethrin is the only thing that will stop those ticks from getting on you. And you don't get it on your skin, though. You're not supposed to get it on your skin. And I'm telling you, it worked perfectly. But you were wearing shorts. I don't know why you were wearing shorts, man. But at least you were comfortable, right? Picking off those ticks. Yeah, we're a family here, Smurfy. It's not like, we look at you guys as viewers or dollar signs or numbers. All I see when I look on this chat is my extended friends and extended family, friends and extended family. I want to get to know everybody, right? And you can ask Truth Walker and Gina if that's the truth or not.
I'm sorry, I smashed her leg hard in the
Oh,
ear.
is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay.
So in
She might
fact,
not be Mama's girl no more, though.
well, now she can be my girl again. So in fact, I want to give everyone that signs up for the Barton Spartans tier, the membership tier, I'm going to give everyone a chance to come out and do some live investigations with Latisha and I, just like I did Gina, and just like I did Truth Walker. Truth Walker was the Barton Spartan who won that, and I think we delivered on our end of the promise, and then some. So everyone that decides to become a Barton Spartan will get a chance to come on a live investigation with Latisha and I. Don't know if it'll be the LBL, but it could be. It's wherever you guys can make it. We're in Kentucky, Western Kentucky, and that's, of course, I can't drive all over the country to meet people. But you guys, if you can make it here, then we are
We'll take
accessible.
care of you once you get here.
Yes, we'll take care of you once you get here, and we are accessible to our friends and family, and that's you guys in this chat here, all 142 of you. So that's something you might want to do. Then check it out. I know it's a lot of money, $49 a month, but you do get special privilege like Truth Walker did. So if you think it's worth it, then come on in. You're all welcome, and we'd be happy to have you, happy to take you out. We have a great time at LBL every time. We eat like kings. We usually don't go to bed till real late. So if you're used to going to bed at 9 o'clock at night, that's probably not for you. We're out at all hours of the night usually. Michael X says, well worth the drive to meet Martin, Barton, and Daryl. all the Wolf Brothers. Don't forget War Criminal and Cryptidville, Mark Maycheck, Anna and Kevin Jones from Jonestead Farm, Tiffany.
Megan After
And
Dark.
so, yeah, we have so many good people here. We're all, and the beauty of it is we're all the same. Right? We all have the same heart. You know, we don't look the same or talk the same, but we're all the same inside, and we fit well together. And we've been doing some really good work in the last few months. I don't think anyone in this field can say that they've got the evidence that we've got in the last couple of months. It's kind of amazing when I think about it. I've been doing this for 40 years, and I've never got evidence like this. I've never got anything to return a vocalization or an alcohol or anything like that. But here in the last few months, we've just been knocking it out of the park. So, and whether that video is of an actual portal or not, I can't prove anything. But you know, if you have another interpretation of it or another opinion, be happy to listen to you. You take part in Greg Ogle's recent documentary in the LBL. He said Martin Groves was there with him. Yes, Martin and I did. Martin and I see Martin. I was just with Martin. Martin took him to the spot where something pretty amazing happened. So,
Can't really talk
well,
about
now he said a lot about it last night on
Well, he can. It's his show.
BMR's, right? That was a BMR show. But he said a lot. So you guys want to hear what happened? Go check out Bigfoot Michigan Rob's show, Brunch with BMR. It aired last night, and he did speak a lot about what happened. And we also had world-renowned traveler Adam Davies there with us, and that guy's been all over the world. You know, he's been in the Himalayas looking for the Yeti in Tibet and South America and Africa. He's been everywhere. But he had to come to Kentucky to the LBL to have his first Bigfoot encounter. So we're looking forward to Greg's documentary that's coming out in December. I wish we didn't have to wait that long.
Well, we're getting a sneak peek in Alabama.
Getting a sneak peek, a preview of it at the Alabama conference. So if you guys can make it to the Alabama conference, please do. It's going to be well worth your money. The tickets are cheap. They're like, what, 20 or 30 bucks?
Kristen's not here for me to ask,
Right.
but let's see if we can find it. Let's show it right here. So online tickets are $30 and online they're $35. Tex Wesson's going to be the what do they call him? The commander in chief.
Right. Yeah, he's
the
going to be
MC.
MC in it, and
Barton's going to be speaking. Daryl Denton will be speaking. Blondes and Booze. Jason McLean. Greg Ogles, Martin Groves, and BMR. They'll all be there. And that's in
Anderson, will be there.
Alabama.
Anderson, Alabama. What's the date, baby?
Let's see. That's
June 7th and 8th.
Yep, June 7th.
You guys come on out. It's going to be great.
Well, we're going to be there and we don't even know.
Right. June 7th and 8th. Well worth your money and your time. I think no one's going to walk away from there disappointed. Just like the conferences put on by Josh Turner. His two conferences were great. No one walked away.
I'm getting over it. Hold on.
No one walked away disappointed from that, and we made sure of it. So even after the conference was over, you know, it was all about meeting with the people, talking with the people, and just getting some good fellowship going. You know, we had a great time. The after parties were just legendary. So we're going to make sure that everyone gets their money's worth. You know, $30 is not much for all that entertainment, and it's really not entertainment to me, right? You know, you have to label it as such when you're doing YouTube, right? But the entertainment part to me is the arrowhead hunting, the creek walking. That's the entertainment part. I consider the entertainment for you guys. The rest is educational. We're just trying to put the truth out. I've had a lot of things happen to me in my life. I've seen a lot of things, experienced a lot of things. And I just tell the truth about everything. And I don't have to, you know, remember anything. I don't tell any lies about anything. So you'll never hear me slip up and say something different. It's all true. And When I lay my head down on that pillow at night, I can sleep like a baby, knowing that I've done my part to spread the truth, because that's all we can do. When we have experiences like this, you cannot make anyone, you can't force anyone to believe you, but you can stand up and be truthful, tell them what happened, and the truth is stick where it's supposed to and slides right off where it's not. So that's the way I look at it. So come on out to Alabama the 7th and 8th if you can. We're going to have a great time, I promise you that.
And yes, they shared with us a while ago that pomerethine is very toxic to cats. That is absolutely the truth. So if you have cats, do not use that. I would suggest not use it at all. If you do use it and you have cats, take your clothes off before you walk in the house. Don't let your cats nowhere near it. So yeah.
Yeah, really, Mickey G and Fisher
really
Spam, Wendy. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Shade Viking, I love the Nunnelly. We love you too, bro. Yeah, you know, been a friend of mine for a while, and I appreciate your friendship. I really do. You know, I value my friends highly, and I value their opinions, and you know, I look forward to interacting with you guys. I love these open mic nights; they're my favorite. Next week we're going to have guests, at least one guest, maybe two. I hope the person that was supposed to call in tonight, I hope she's all right. She's right in the path of the tornado, so down in Texas. So,
did you read this question? Barton, are there any other areas in Kentucky that I've lost it? You would consider intense as far as Inhumanoid activity? I live close to the river.
Oh my goodness! Gorge. Yes, Shauna. So just about every Red River Gorge is a highly active area. Daniel Boone National Forest. Here's the secret. The key is anywhere along the river. We have several rivers running through Kentucky now. At the edges of the river, they call the river bottoms, right? These things travel up and down the river bottoms and live there. So almost every encounter or sighting I've ever had has been close to one of these rivers, either the Green River or Ohio River. So, oh, thank you, baby. You're
Our
so
granddaughter
sweet.
just made that for us.
JKNGA. We're talking about the Alabama Bigfoot Conference coming up the 7th and 8th. It's the Brotherhood of the Wolf meets Texas Front Porch. You guys go check out Texas show too. Love Tex. He's such a good guy. Him and Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Check out their shows. Go to their channels and subscribe to them. There's a very, very small group of truthers out here, and we're out here to tell you the truth. And we're not out here to get views and get subscribers, you know, and get numbers. Everyone likes to be successful, but that's not what we're here for. Very small group of people. You need to check them all out and support us if you can, because Lord knows that the deck is stacked against us from the very beginning.
Hi, Wendy.
Hello, Wendy.
And I said, had a few interesting experiences in Daniel Boone. Knoxside has had some great hikes there.
Yeah.
We're going to visit there soon, I'm hoping.
Right. Yes, we got the Red River Gorge is a place where we're getting ready to go to, and so is the Daniel Boone National Forest, and about 100 other ones in Kentucky. So all throughout this state, it's like a playground for these inhumanoid creatures. And that's the truth. If you don't believe me, go out there and look for them. Spend a couple of days out in the woods, out in the dark, dark woods, and you see what's out there. You'll be surprised, I'm sure.
I'm doing my best.
It's hard to surprise me because I've been living with this stuff since I was 5 years old, but especially since I was age 9 and up, was everything kind of just fell on me and my family. You know, we didn't ask for any of this. We never chose the unknown. The unknown chose us for whatever reason, and it's made its way back. You know. I had a few years where nothing happened. It's because I didn't want it to happen. But now the good Lord is saying, hey, there's something you have to do. And I'm trying to do that. And I'm also trying to keep my word to a friend of mine that's passed on. you see me out in those woods with a sword and spear, please don't think I'm trying to be somebody that I'm not. I'm not trying to be Indiana Jones or whoever, whatever ridiculous fictional character you come up with. I'm just being myself. And I'm pretty sure that these edged weapons will take care of anything that comes after me. Of course, anything that actually comes after us is going to have 6 bullet holes in it before I ever draw my sword. You can believe that.
5.
Oh, 5, yeah. With my gun. I need a new gun. I need a new pistol. But anyway, we also have faith in God. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of weapon you have. If you don't have faith in God and the protection of the good Lord, then you're at risk of becoming a victim of these things. And I had a guest on a few months ago, and he was playing with his friend, and they ran down this trail, and he slipped and fell. He tripped and fell, and his friend went on around a curve, and they never saw him again. He was 6 years old, and that was 40 or 50 years ago. So,
Shelley just sent you an email. Let her know if you got it.
thank you so much, Shelley. I'm sure I have, hon. I can't wait to read it. Okay, Michael X wants to know about the castle in the clouds. When I was 9 years old, I was living in Spotsville, the same place that the Spotsville monster.
I got it. Oh.
Okay, same place that the Spotsville monster events happened at. We were driving home. We were in the backseat of the car. We just come home from town. I looked up in the sky, and this big cloud bank opened up, and there was I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Now, I have to tell you the truth. Even at the risk of sounding crazy or silly, there was a castle inside that aperture. And it was so clear that I could count the stones that was used to make that castle. And it's clear as day. And, that's not the only thing that happened. We had what's called a skyfall. If you've read any of Charles Fort's books, you'll know that sometimes things fall from the sky that have no business being up in the sky. So we had one of those happen, and it was tropical fish. As crazy as that sounds, there's 3 types of tropical fish that fell during a heavy thunderstorm one night. And the next morning we got up, and all the roadside ditches and mud puddles were full of these fishes, these tropical fish. It was just amazing, really. Mom got mad at us. We used up all the mason jars and bowls getting these fish. It was the angelfish with the black and white striped fish with the long dorsal fins and flowing tail fins, and regular goldfish, and type they call neons. You used to be able to get these in Walmart. They used to sell fish. They were called neons. So 3 types of fish, and there were literally tens of thousands of these fish that had fallen during that previous night's thunderstorm. So lots happened to me. I've experienced a lot. I'm pretty sure I'm the only living researcher that has experienced a skyfall. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Also, I've had experiences with these Bigfoot creatures that were invisible to the human eye, and that's the truth. Don't really like the word cloaking. It sounds too sci-fi for me, but it's what they do. And one of my encounters with this particular aspect of them happened in broad daylight, so I know I was not mistaken. The one that happened at nighttime, there was no mistaking about that either. Me and my little brother were basically trapped on the wrong side of a haunted lake. We were there just trying to get some monster bass, but what we got were the monsters instead of the bats. So that's in my book. All these things are in my books, and that was one of the scariest moments of my life. Probably the second scariest moment of my life. We thought we were going to die. These things were all running all around us, breaking sticks, breaking limbs, but they didn't make any other sound than that. They didn't growl. They didn't grunt. We couldn't even hear them breathing hard. It just the sound of snapping limbs and branches just erupting all around us. It had to at least been 4 or 5 of them. I mean, it was just crazy, and we had very little fire. Hello, Trueheart. How you doing?
Hey, Joe Breezy and Poncho. So good to meet
Yeah.
you the other night, Poncho.
Yeah, good to meet you, Ponch. Hi, Breezy. What you up to, brother? So yeah, a lot of things happened to me in my life, and I've had 50 years to think about it. So that gives me a little advantage over most of the people in this field right there alone. So, but we're just getting started, really. I mean, just it's amazing what's been happening the last couple of months alone. It just amazes me. We've already got clear, scientifically validated audio of an unknown creature screaming. Actually, 3 unknown creatures screaming from different locations in the land between the lakes. And the thing of it is, sent the recording to my biologist friend, and he concluded that there was no known animal that could make that sound, and no human being that were screaming they were using 2 octaves at once. So imagine that. If you guys want to check that video out, go check it out. It's on the channel. The biologist, 40 years experience. He can name every plant and animal in the Kentucky park systems by genus and species name. And Latisha and I have met him 3 times already, and it's like walking around with an encyclopedia right there at your side, right? So it's not enough that my opinion is that they were unknown, but when he gave me his opinion, I knew that we had caught something that was. He said that it's something so unique that most researchers never come close to that evidence. And right after that, War Criminal and I got footage of, fleeting as it was, some huge animal with green eye shine across this old iron bridge at a certain location in LBL. We got a screenshot of that. One of my viewers took a screenshot. Thank you. Anyone who takes the time to go through these videos and finds these things that we don't see while we're filming, thank you so much for that. There's a lot of things in there probably because we actually are in these locations where these things live. We're not pretending or just in the woods down the street. We're actually in these places, and there's probably things in there, and then we get this portal or whatever it was. I think it was a portal. A lot of people think it was a portal. I can't prove anything, of course, but and Greg Ogle said he saw a portal there too, but it was rectangular. Well, this was an orb, a white strobing orb. So, yeah, Courtney says she can't wait to get to the LBO and see deer. Truth Walker couldn't either, but she probably changed her mind about that. Truth, that's not a deer. Walker. I waited. Right. Everybody's like, "Oh, let's go out there. Let's go see what that is." What's that eye shining? I ended up going out there by myself, wading through waist-high grass, thinking, "Oh my goodness, I'm getting covered in ticks and chiggers. I'm gonna if I live through this, I'm gonna regret it." But it turned out to be a bird. Up in a tree.
That's why we didn't go.
Right, I had more sense than me. But that's what you have to do. You have to take risks to come to conclusions and to find answers. If you don't take any risks, then you're not going to find anything. You're not going to find anything sitting on that couch, making fun of people like me who are out there and Latisha, risking everything to bring you some knowledge. Really dangerous. It really is. It's like I told Truth Walker. It's no small thing to get out in those woods in LBL, especially at night. That's something that people just don't do. Very dangerous. Latisha come home with a high ankle sprain. That really messed her up for a couple of days till Brother Larry sent in some miracle tincture that fixed her right up.
And somebody else sent me some too. So
thank you, Shelley.
It's awesome.
We are always welcome here, hon. Thank you so much for your donation. We're going to put that toward a parabolic microphone. So I'll be prepared if we get some more vocals. We're working on a drone right now, thanks to the generosity of one particular viewer, Jitesh Patel. I love you, brother. You're such a great friend to me, and you're like, and thank you, Shelley, for that. Like a brother. So in the future, we're going to have some cool stuff coming up, and hope you guys stick around. You know, if the past 6 weeks has been any indication, then let's just say the fit's going to hit the shan. It seems like it's going to anyway. And the next step would be getting real good, clear footage of one of these creatures. And the next step after that is me keeping my word to someone who's no longer with us. So, excuse me.
Do you
Crystal.
think if I ever go to the LBO with guns on, I'm less likely to see anything because they know what I've got?
No.
It's from hands.
No, Hans, they don't care. The guns don't scare them. You know, I get a lot of flack from taking swords and spears, you know, and you're not supposed to take guns into the LBO, but we have heard. Now, War Criminal and I spoke to a
Night werewolf.
night werewolf. Thanks for joining us, brother. We actually spoke to a park ranger who told us that it's a constitutional carry place now. So, Barton, can we have an episode about the haunting of your childhood home? Oh my goodness, I wasn't planning on doing anything about the hauntings, but I did write about them in my book, Mysterious Kentucky. We lived
Well, if everybody wants to hear about them, you should do.
we lived
a
in
show
one
about 'em.
house that was just extremely haunted. We, you know, people were seeing full spectral apparitions. It was crazy. Hearing screams at night, and we had UFOs flying around outside, Bigfoot walking around outside, Black Panthers, all at the same location. It was very, very crazy. Poncho says Inhumanoids, full body pantyhose. Well, yes, you're not the only one who's come up with that, and I don't know. Don't know about that. No ticks, no triggers, no leeches, breathability, blister control, and so many more uses.
Does it go
You know, I
away?
would try that, Ponch. I would try it once, just to not have to put the take the bath in permethrin, right? What do you think about troglodytes? I don't know. JK, I don't have any experience with troglodytes unless that's what you want to call these Bigfoot creatures. The Inhumanoids, here's the thing about Inhumanoids. They can appear as whatever they wish to appear as, right? They don't have to appear as anything in particular. They can appear as a ball of light, or as a 8-foot tall monkey man, or 6-foot tall dog man, or a moth man, or a lizard man. I believe they're simply all different manifestations from the same diabolical source. Now, that's my opinion after 50 years, and I'm thinking about it, and 50 years of experience and stuff.
Courtney says, so when she goes, bring her bow. She's got it. I'm catching up, guys.
I know, Hawk. Me and pantyhose. I don't know, man. It sounds weird, but you know, I got Lyme disease from these tick bites 15 years ago, and that's another chance you take. You want to go out here and do this, what we do, you could get Lyme disease. And there's not many people that even would want to risk that for any cause. And
Bart and pantyhose.
right, it's hard to see myself in that, but we're risking everything when we go out there. People don't understand exactly what we're doing. They see these cool YouTube videos, and
Oh, that's pretty.
yeah, that's cool, but they don't understand what goes into that, right?
Mm.
So Wolf brother Elijah Henderson, he got Lyme disease too, and he got the worst kind you could get. Thank goodness I just got the normal Lyme disease. Oh, that's beautiful, baby. Hello, Pebble. Thank you so much. Yes, we love you, girl. He got the kind of where you can't eat red meat. And you might as well just shoot me, man. I mean, if I can't eat bacon or steaks, or, you know, Author illustrator says, I was already treated for Lyme's once this year. I have 7 tick bites in for this summer already. Well, you're doing good. You're doing good, illustrator. Warhead, he gets 7 to 10 every time we go down there, and usually I get them too. But I just got lucky this last time and used that permethrin right. Now it's funny. Latisha pulled a tick off me from walking through the grass at Ashmore Estates.
Jackson.
So gotta be careful of those ticks, man.
Did you read that one, baby?
The prologue of Inhumanoids got me interested in your childhood experiences. Thank you, Morgan. Had a lot of people really think very highly of that book, and my childhood experiences were pretty traumatic. So
Shelley said, "Do you know if those hang gliders with motor you sit on show up on flight trackers?"
hang gliders. What is now?
The hang gliders with the motors you sit in, do they show up on flight trackers? I don't know, Shelley.
Oh, so you're talking about it's not a hang glider. It's
Okay.
what do you call them, baby? What they call them? To sit on it, sit in it. So
I don't remember, super lights or something like that.
no.
No.
I'll think of it in a minute. But no, they don't show up on flight plans. Ultralights.
Ultralights,
Yeah.
that's it. For sure.
Right, yeah. There's not many people around here that have those. I used to see every now and then I'd see somebody in the ultralight up there, but I haven't seen anybody doing that in years.
Lord Lewis said, Barton, that was a big ball of light. I see something comes out of the Ohio River across from me, totally not a campfire.
Wow, Lori. So where are you at, hon? Because these things have been seen coming up out of the Ohio and Green Rivers. You'd be surprised at how many things use those rivers as highways, you could call it. Undetectable underneath that water, right? No one sees anything.
Han says, do you think these creatures can see our light, hence why we don't see them as often as you'd expect on trail cams?
Definitely, Hans, definitely. These things they're supernatural creatures. I'd say at least 3/4 supernatural, if not 100%. So not only can they see in different spectrums of light than us, but they have abilities that people don't really know or they don't want to talk about them, right? They put you in a woo category. Woo. You can put me in any category you want. And you can make up your funny little kindergarten terminology about my experiences and my conclusions, but the woo is true.
Okay.
And you can take that to the bank. For those of you out there that think Bigfoot is a monkey, you're going to have a rude awakening one day. Everyone's going to know the truth about these things. Brother William says, eat cinnamon. Ticks won't want to get near you. Really? It's that simple, huh, Brother William?
Well, let's try it.
We'll have to try that for sure. It's sounds much better than the permethrin or the pantyhose.
What do you think, sis? We should get Papa some pantyhose? Yeah.
Oh no.
You think he would be cute in pantyhose?
So Shelley, you can ask Courtney and Crystal about this. You would be surprised at how many people who have inhumanoid encounters, Dogman, Bigfoot, Mothman, etc., also see UFOs. They also live in haunted houses at one time or another in their life. All these things go hand in hand, and that's the truth that I'm telling you. And I've been screaming this from the rooftops since 1985. All these things are interrelated. People look at one part of the puzzle. They look at the Bigfoot. Take Bigfoot, for example. They look at the Bigfoot puzzle piece, and they think that they're going to come to some kind of conclusion. But what conclusion can you reach when you only look at one piece of the puzzle? You can't get the full picture. So you have to look at all of them together, and that's what I've been doing for decades now. I look at all the unexplained phenomena in tandem. I don't just pick out one slice of the pie. I look at the whole pie and eat the whole pie. And this is what you're going to come up with if you're really unbiased, really trying to find the truth. You're going to find it. And it's not going to take you that long. It's not going to take you 40 years to find the truth. Shouldn't take you no more than a year or two. If you're really searching honestly and with an unbiased mind, you'll find that all these things are connected. There's really no other way to say it. They are definitely connected to each other. Where you find one, you find the other. And it's a lesson that I learned myself. I started out, well, Bigfoot had to be flesh and blood. It's just a flesh and blood animal, right and wrong. There's no flesh and blood animal that can surround me, walk around me day or night, and me not see them. Especially in the day. I had one take 4 steps away from me in the broad daylight in dead leaf litter one autumn. And it just disappeared. There was nothing there. It never took the 5th step. We were fishing. Everything I've written about or experienced has usually been in the company of other people, right? It's not just me. So, I can't use I'm just seeing things as an excuse to rationalize it away. Because everyone there has experienced the same thing and saw the same thing. So this thing took 4 steps and it was gone. It did not even disturb the leads. You tell me how it did that, right? Well, I can track a field mouse through leaf fall. You just have to get at a low enough angle to recognize the disturbance in the leaf litter. This thing here I couldn't find the 4 steps that it took. I couldn't even find one. And it was gone. It was not. Hello, Bernard. How you doing, brother? It's been a while since I've seen you. Hope you're doing all right. These things are not what the TV shows are letting on. It's not finding Bigfoot crap that has been on for 10 years. Wow, that's all I can say. It's just so far off the mark. It's laughable, really. It really is.
William bases or leaf footprints that just vanish at a certain distance or leave one footprint in a covered field.
Right. How does a monkey do that, Brother William? I'll tell you how. It doesn't. It can't. It's not capable of it. Gigantopithecus blackie was never even accused of having any of these abilities that the Bigfoot have today and display. Now, I'm not talking about your. I was driving down the road at night and saw Bigfoot cross the road. Well, that's even that in itself is an enigma. If you think about that, if these things are so smart and intelligent, why in the world do they not just stand where they're at, wait till the car passes, and then cross the road, right? That would be the smart thing to do if they're so reclusive and shy. They don't do that. They cross in front of the vehicle. That should tell you something, right? That should get you thinking out of the box from what most people are thinking. There's a reason they do that. There's a reason they come up to our house in the river bottoms, the Green River bottoms of Western Kentucky in 1975 and killed all of our animals and terrified us for 11 months till they finally scared us away. It wasn't because they were trying to be shy and reclusive. So Brother William, you got to get some pictures now. Get that phone out. Start taking some video. You're having all kinds of excitement where you're at. Mm-hmm. And you don't live that far away from me, but unfortunately I have to work. I get up at 4 and I go to work and we'll work at 5. And I don't get off to 3, so I don't have a lot of chances, but get that phone out, William, and take some video. I'm sure you'll be surprised. And here's what you do. This is what I told Scott Carpenter in 2005. I told Scott to place the video cameras behind him. Don't point them in front. Point the cameras behind. And he had a lot of luck like that. Good night, Michael. Appreciate that. I don't think Scott ever told anyone that I was the one that told him to do that, but I was in 2005.
Night,
I
Mike.
told him to face the cameras behind him. So you should try that too, Brother William. See what happens, okay? Yet they do know about cameras. That's why you have to face it backwards. These things know your mind, and not only do they know what you're carrying, they recognize guns. They don't care. You can't hurt these things. The Bigfoot you cannot hurt. What I'm looking for with my sword and spear is the dog man. The government created, genetically modified, genetically engineered human wolf hybrid. And these things are physical. And if my sword so much as touches one of them, it's going to be in a world of hurt. I'm hoping that I will run into one that's only about 6 or 7 feet tall, and it's not the 10 or 12 foot tall variety. If that happens, I'm probably in big trouble. But you know, what a way to go out, right? I don't think that's going to happen to me, because if the good Lord wanted me to perish at the hands of these Inhumanoids, he would have let him do it in 1975 when I was 9 years old. He certainly would have let him do it when one of them crawled into my bed, in my bedroom, in my home. That was the scariest moment of my life. I was completely frozen. I had to tell myself it was sleep paralysis just to go back in the house. I jumped up and ran out of the house in my underwear at midnight and sat in my porch swing for about 2 hours. So had to tell myself it was akinesis, but I knew that it wasn't.
Sorry, somebody said get that sword blessed, Bart.
It already is.
They already are.
It already is. And so I've thought of, like I said, I've had 50 years to think about this. But I'm not against learning. I don't think that I know everything. I don't think I'm an expert at anything. I want to learn, and I want to teach. You know, if I can teach you something, fantastic. If you can teach me something, that's even better. So I'm not some kind of prima donna, egotistical person that thinks that he knows everything. So, you know, we're all here to help each other. That's the way I look at it. I help you, and you help me, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So that's the way I approach all this stuff. And I know I have the good Lord on my side, or I'd already been dead years ago. So the cryptid, I'm not saying it was a cryptid that crawled up into bed with me. I was completely paralyzed with fear. I could not move a muscle. I was struggling to move. I couldn't open my eyes. But when this thing walked through my walls into my bedroom, I could feel the most intense feeling of hatred that I've ever felt. And I seized up and I couldn't move a muscle. And it was because I was talking to a woman in Washington State about my experiences and conclusions regarding Bigfoot, because she'd had a lot of things happen to her, and I was trying to explain what was going on. And whoever come to my room that night didn't like it. Now, why would something like that care what a hillbilly like me has to say, right? These things love it when you talk about them. They love it when you spread the narrative, the false narrative. But they hate it when you talk about them and you tell the truth. Then something might happen to you. And it happened to me. And I'm here to tell you, if it wasn't for the good Lord, all I could do was pray that God saved me from this thing that was laying beside me. And he did it. After about 30 seconds, felt like 30 years, believe me. But after about 30 seconds or so, it got up and walked out of the room. Excuse me. As soon as it left the room, I was released from my paralysis. And like I said, I got up and ran out of the house. There was no one there but me. My ex-wife and son at the time were visiting her sister. So, and that happened twice. Once, a couple weeks earlier, I was laying on the couch. The same situation. Late at night, all alone in the house, and something started tugging on my cover. And all I could do was hold on to that cover tight. I couldn't move or do anything. I couldn't even open my eyes, and it actually pulled me off the couch. That's how I know it wasn't sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis does not pull you off the couch and onto the floor. So, anyway, that's just a few of the things that's happened to me in my life, and now I'm on a mission to expose the truth and the reality of these inhumanoids. And the reality is not pretty. It's not friendly. I have friends that and brothers that think some of these inhumanoids are friendly to man, and I'm not experienced that. I'm not saying that what he's saying isn't as real as what I'm saying. I'm just saying I can only speak about what I know to be true and about what has happened to me personally. So,
Sorry.
excuse me. Every time I do a live stream, I start coughing. I'm going to go all day without coughing.
Sorry, guys. I'm helping find Barbie parts.
Right.
I'm so far behind again.
So I know I missed so many comments here. I've been talking about
sorry.
myself. I hate talking about myself.
Well,
I don't do
almost
many
time to say
interviews
goodnight
because
anyway.
I don't like to spend time talking about myself. What did you say,
I
honey?
said it's almost time to say goodnight anyway.
It is.
It is almost 2 o'clock.
So you guys, you got anything that you want to throw in there at the last minute? Anything you want to say? Go ahead and say it. Put it in caps, and I'll read it. And otherwise, we're gonna cut it short. Have you ever seen an aqua blue crystal ball looking orb? My brother and I didn't see it right next to us, but it showed up in the photo next to green palms, so it was beautiful. I'll send it to you. Thank you, Heather. I haven't. I've seen some small orbs before. Here's one thing that happened to me. This was at the same house where this thing crawled into bed with me. I had a neighbor that lived across the street, and he was younger than me, and he was really into chess. So I started teaching him how to be a better chess player, and we would play.
Nighthawk.
Good night, Hawk. Love you, bro. Thanks for showing up tonight, man. I appreciate you being here. So we would play every day. And I had a desk in my bedroom that had a chessboard, and we would play every day. And one day we played, and we were coming out of the bedroom, and I was in front and he was behind. And I didn't see this myself, but the people on the couch and my buddy, my chess partner, all saw it. So I come out of the bedroom and I took a left in the little hallway, and then another left into the living room, and then a right going to the kitchen. And I noticed everyone on the couch, they were looking really shocked. And I'm like, what's going on? Why y'all look like that? And they said, you didn't see that? And I'm like, why? And I turned around and looked at my buddy, his name was Luke, and he was white as a ghost. I'm like, what the world is wrong with y'all? He said, brother, when we were walking out of the bedroom, white ball of light, white light, come right through your bathroom window, cut right in front of me, right behind you, followed you out of the hall, and when you turn right to go toward the kitchen, it went straight out your front door without making a sound or leaving a mark. So, what was that? I don't know, but it was the size of a basketball, they said, and there were several witnesses to that.
Audacious Amber, we're praying for your roommate. Hope that everything's going to be okay with him.
Yes.
Just got that.
Prayers for him. Pamela, was your child at home on a ley line? I don't think so. I don't think Henderson's on a ley line, and I don't think you have to be on a ley line to experience these things.
Shelley Montgomery
Also,
wants to know if any of our experiences are twins or have twins that run in their family.
no, I don't think so.
Well, we don't know if they can
I
answer that.
don't think so. We have no twins in our family at all.
I think somebody said they did. Impromptu Truth is a twin.
Impromptu is Truth. Love Truth. He's such a good guy.
Sorry, guys. I know this has been kind of a on-off night for us, but we're dealing with
Yeah.
some
Yeah, we have grandkids.
different
so-
situations tonight. Krista's not feeling well, so everybody send some prayers to Krista.
Please do that. Sparky, I don't know if I said hello to you and Amy Creel. Amy, we're going to have to go sailing again, hon. We'll have to navigate those waters sometime soon. You guys have to make it up here to Kentucky. Mom and I, Courtney says, Mom and I will have to send you some more of our stories in to y'all. Please do, Courtney. Your Dogman story was amazing. Thank you so much for trusting me with it. Really, really humbled how people just come out and will come up to me and start talking to me, especially at conferences and stuff like that. I'm the first one they go to. It's amazing, really. I guess I'm blessed that way. I'm a very approachable person. I'm not egotistical. I don't consider myself any better than anyone. So it's time to start thanking the people who give us.
Got one more though. Any new vampires other than the one in Inhumanoids that ran in front of the car in winter?
Yes, I have a vampire story that took place in Atlanta, Georgia. So check out the videos. It was about a year ago that I got that story in and called the lady up, and very sincere, very honest lady, good person. So check that out. Yeah, it's a vampire story from Atlanta, Georgia.
Sir Malcolm says off topic, but Barton, what brand is your hat? It looks like a very good summer weather item to have when you're shaded and cool.
Right, it's just so light. It's just a straw hat. It's just a black straw hat, bro. It's I don't even know what the brand is. It's just something that you pick up for like $10 somewhere. And I've been wearing these since I was 12 years old.
We find them at the truck stops a lot.
Yeah, this is a cheap old hat. And I have some good hats that Latisha's bought me, but they're really heavy, and make you sweat. And these are designed where, your head is aerated, right? You don't sweat so much.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the kind that I've been wearing since I was a kid.
Sissy, do you want to come and say goodnight to everybody?
Everybody wonders who wore the black hat first.
Okay,
So,
we're getting ready to hang up. So if you want to say goodnight, come on.
I was 12 years old in 1978. So I used to work in the tobacco fields and the corn fields and the bean fields. And this is the type of hat that I would wear. So yeah, it's nothing special. Squatchin up in North Georgia, Truth Walker says. Yes, I mean it is.
Yeah.
Wolf brother and sister, Hellbent Holler. They say it too. Yeah,
Come
here,
here,
sis.
up there. I heard her leave last time. Go around by Papa.
yeah, come here, baby. Let's just say goodbye to everyone. Come here.
Sorry, guys. They're having some issues at their house and got some water
Goodbye,
leaks
everyone.
and no
Thank you
air
for watching.
conditioning. So we've got the kids for a while.
Say we
sorry.
love y'all.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Say that again. Bye,
Say
everyone.
it again, baby.
Hi. Good night, thanks for watching.
She's so soft spoken. It's my baby right here. So thank you to everybody who's donated. Honey, want to list them off there?
Yes, let me get back here. And once again, guys, we're sorry. This has been kind of a, I guess you'd say sloppy show. But
Well, if you want raw and you want real and
it
you
was
want crude,
absolutely raw,
this
unreal.
is the place to be because you don't get any rawer than this. I'm telling you.
All right, here we go. Thank you so much, DJ Tyler Radio. Thank you, Night Stars, for the super sticker.
Yes, thank y'all.
Thank you, Cynthia, for the super sticker.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you, Sugar Britches, for the super sticker.
Thank you, Sugar. So nice to see you guys tonight. We love you. We love every one of you guys.
Pork Chop Express. Thank you.
Thanks,
Did you
Pork
read
Chop.
that one? Do you think that the spots of a monster was a Squatch Dogman or something
Yes,
else?
I
Okay.
answered Pork Chop.
All right. Sorry, I wasn't there. Truthy Ruthie, thank you so much for the super sticker.
Thank you,
Can't wait to
Truthy.
come and see you. We are going to take
Right.
you up on that offer.
We're the kind of YouTubers that love to meet our extended family and friends. So
James Aletto, thank you so much. Did you read
Thank you,
that
James.
one? Just downloaded the Mysterious Kentucky
Yes.
Files.
Thank you for that, James. I hope you enjoy the book.
Shelley Montgomery, thank you. And you are very welcome here. Everybody is welcome here.
Yes.
So as long as there's no drama, you're welcome here. And
Right?
we
We don't do the drama crap.
So, anyway, we're going to say goodnight to everybody. And we will see everybody maybe for a normal show next week.
Put Penny Van, War says put Penny Van on the prayers list.
Okay.
Latisha.
Prayers to
We'll
Penny
do that,
Van.
brother.
We will
Prayers
absolutely
to
do
Penny
that.
Van.
And
You guys,
Miss Penny, if you're out there, we'll be getting him his hat. I just keep forgetting to take it to him, but I promise I'll get it to him.
yes. Thank you all for being here. We love you guys. God bless each and every one of you. Please treat each other well. And remember, if hard times come, don't be scared. Be prepared. Jesus Christ is the answer, the truth, the way, and the life. No one escapes the truth. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Good night, everybody.